So, hi, it's me. Oh god, I don't know where to start this one. So, hi, and you read the title. You knew this one was coming. Again, here's a very special shout out to a Tumblr user for starting this mess. Thank you to you all for bringing more feral ideas on my head. Love you, Tumblr. But yeah, today I'll be telling you about my top 5 Sonic ships and why they're peak. Here's a little disclaimer though. To all of you hardcore Sonic shippers, if you disagree, please maybe don't come for my severed head. I'm just a teeny tiny channel trying to talk about cartoon hedgehogs, okay? I know these are the topics that matter in the world, but this is just my opinion, which is completely subjective. Though you're completely invited to tell me about your top 5 Sonic ships and why. Just please be cordial. I don't want to start a war over here. But with that being said, here goes nothing. I'll be going through these from number 5 to my number 1 Sonic ship for suspense sake. So keep watching, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's hit it! Starting with number 5, we have a rare pair that has gained a bit of traction in the last few months. I'm talking Silvespio, Silver and Nespio. Okay, but why them two? Allow me to tell you about the Sonic the Hedgehog IDW Annual 2022 one-shot called Future Growth. That was a mouthful. But this comic is the holy grail of Spielberg shippers. Like, you have no idea. The whole reason this ship is in the list is because of that comic single-handedly got me invested in that relationship. For those who haven't, you should give it a read and you should support IDW Sonic. But I'll give you a quick rundown. While helping their friends at the Restoration HQ in the garden, Espio notices something seems to be troubling Silver and follows him to the woods. Then Silver has an existential crisis about his role on the past and in the future, as you do, and Espio calls him down by, quote, asserting the importance of not letting fear of the unknown consume oneself, end quote. And that's when they talk about the power of friendship and stuff. But then Silver gets excited and... You see what I mean? It's cool if you don't, but I see potential. So much potential. Side note, before this comic, I was a Silver shipper. The power of literature, y'all. Anyways, stand be Silver supremacy, don't at me. Number 4. The funniest ship in the list, we have Noxush. That's such a hard name to say. This ship is like not my go-to ship, but it's gotten very dear to me since it's almost canon. Like every gosh darn fic has them in a side couple or main couple role. Aside for that, this ship is just very funny. Just look at this. Look at this. Knuckles is canonically weak with the girls because he's a shy guy. This is from the Sonic 3 manual. This is canon. You can just imagine the introvert and extrovert shenanigans that go on between these two. I just love the duality of Rouge being flirty and Nux just fails to load. Extra points if at the end Nux flirts back and Rouge just stops working. They are just the married couple of the group, if you will. Always bickering. Oh, and Rouge definitely treats the Master Emerald as their kid. And also ask Nux out. I will hear no other argument. Also, funny little fact I learned just some time ago. Rouge was created to be the polar opposite to Knuckles. And that explains a lot to me. You'll see what I mean throughout the video, but this is important. Opposites are important. But yeah, not much else to say about these two darks. Just come on Sega, just make them canon at this point. On to number 3! Another rare pair surprising not too many people. Yes, I do have a pattern, shut up. It's Sir Jamie! I think that this ship is top tier because it gives a spin on Amy chasing someone. Now she's getting chased. How the turntables change. Besides, Amy deserves to be chased by someone. Like, dude, this girl is loyal, I tell ya. And Surge, man, I think she deserves someone who can be as positive as an influence as Amy is. Like, have you read the comics? Poor girlie has gone through a lot. I think their dynamic could be lots of fun, with a bubbly, playful Amy who's oblivious to Serge's feelings, and Serge who just wants to protect and spend time with Amy, and also be oblivious of her feelings. I think this ship has the potential to be something very soft and fluffy. Kind of like Beauty and the Beast sort of thing, about learning how to be with each other and then one day oh no, you get me? May I even suggest it being very domestic fluff? Kinda. Since in canon there's nothing domestic, but oh well. Also, it's not like head writer of Sonic IDW, Ian Flynn, teased everyone with the infamous hashtag knowing smile repeatedly. And then it turns out that the preview pages were of Serge and Amy hanging out. Their first interaction ever. It's just that this ship scratches my brain so nicely. Their personalities are opposites, their color palettes are opposites but complementary. She was a punk, she did ballet, they both deserve nice things, you see? So many green flags with this ship. It is one of my all-time favorites and I will forever be in this ship until it inevitably sinks. Because yes, I am 100% conscious that this will probably never happen, thank you very much. Still love me some sapphic and soft girlies. Come on, Sir Jamie Nation, rise up! We're in the big leagues. It's time for number 2. This ship has single-handedly grabbed my heart, treated it nice for one season, and then shredded it into a million pieces. I'm talking Telsmo. I'm sure every Cosmo fan or Sonic X truther knows why, but in case you don't, spoilers for the last season of Sonic X. In a nutshell, this show was brutal to Cosmo, and in consequence to me. I'm a Cosmo fan. I've liked her and I've always will. With that said, why? Why did they just have to kill her off in the end? We were so close! So close for an actual canon wholesome relationship. And they just killed my girl? Like, not gonna lie, I expected that she responds that with the seed that Sonic gave to Tails at the end, or Tails reveals her as a robot, and that would have been in season 4, right? But then there was no season 4, so Cosmo's canon end is dying. See what I mean when I say this ship tore up my heart? It's been over like 10 years since I've seen Sonic X and I'm still not over it. And at this rate, I don't think I will never be okay again. It's like if someone didn't high-five you back. It's just unnecessarily mean. But I'll gladly bear the pain because, oh my god, in the season we got, I had a great time. Seeing them slowly fall for each other and being cute like, ugh, it's so gross, I love it. I am once again sending my propaganda. You should totally see Sonic X if you haven't, because it's great. The fact that I haven't gotten over some things that happened in that show over 10 years should say something. Anyways, spam hashtag #SaveCosmo in Twitter or in the comments. We cannot stand the mistreatment of plant girls anymore. Now on to number 1, probably the most obvious of the bunch. Drumroll please. Sonato! Yes, I am one of those people. OMG, that's so weird. Sonic and Shadow hate each other. Shh! Honey, the adults are talking. Now, I completely understand if this ship is not your cup of tea, but there's no need on bashing anyone, okay? Every shipper in here is valid. Except some tail shippers, you all scare me. With that out of the way, yes! Sonato is my all-time favorite ship for way too many reasons to name in this segment. I'll just boil it down to the most important ones though. I don't want you all to suffer through my brain rot. Okay, first, as we have been establishing through the whole video, they are opposites. I told you this was important. Opposites are always my favorite ships by some ungodly reason. But here's the kicker, and they were rivals. They're rivals. So raise that tension a little bit, and then we have that juicy enemies to friends to lovers dynamic. and it just hits different, man. Then we have my all-time favorite part of the ship, the fact that they both share such a mutual respect in canon. Even though they banter and fight, they have always remained respectful of one another. Sorta. Because in the end, they want the same thing, right? They might use different methods to get it, but at the end, all they want is to protect the planet. And they're competitive to get what they want. That's why they're rivals after all. And even if they become more friendly, they never lose that edge to them that it's so fun to watch. Oh yeah, fun fact. Do you know the reason why Amy is sorta being retconned as Sonic's partner? It's because Sega thinks it doesn't fit with Sonic's character. He's too cool to slow down for anyone. But guess who can keep up with him, eh? I tell you, dude, this ship is unintentionally perfect. I don't know how they did it. They have a lot of angst potential too, with Shadow's edgy backstory and all. But ironically, there's also some in Sonic, since we've never seen him express some negative emotions. But again, it's that deep respect that they have that opens the door to it. And as a give Sonic emotions truther, that makes me very, very happy. As an added bonus, they are the Red and Blue Boys. What else do you want me to say? The joke just writes itself. This ship is just tailor-made for my brain, and trust me, I've tried to get over it. I've tried. But it just never goes away to the point that it's becoming such a problem. In conclusion, brain empty, only Sonato. Whew! That was a deep rabbit hole. But yeah, those were my top 5 Sonic ships and an explanation on why. So now it's your turn. What do you think of them? Do you agree with my interpretations? And what are your top 5 Sonic ships? As always, I'm very curious on what you guys have to say. And maybe this list changes in the future for me. I'm not sure. Probably not the Sonato. That hasn't changed since middle school. That ain't changing. Maybe in a few years I'll make a follow-up part if they change. If so, hi future Akari. Have we finished the dangers outside yet? But until then, there's one important question I have to ask you before I disappear from your screen. Listen closely, listen closely. What I need to ask you is, have you subscribed yet? Got him! In all seriousness though, I'd really appreciate it if you subbed and liked this video to help me continue making these weird videos and some others too. If you'd like me to talk about certain topic, you could let me know on any of my social media really. I'm pretty active, so I should respond fairly quickly. Either way, thank you so much for watching until the end. I have been Akari-san. Keep drawing and stay rad. Bye bye!